Teddy Feinberg, Brook Stockburger, Teddy and Brook show. It's nice outside right now.
It's beautiful. A little breeze. Yeah. A lot cooler than last week.
How are you?
I'm doing okay.
Yeah.
My Steelers are 0-1. Yeah. But they played a pretty good game. Peyton was just on fire.
I love Big Ben. He's tough.
He's tough.
He's real tough.
He's tough. He finds the way.
What are we talking about right now? Let's talk about local sports. Let's talk about UTEP Aggies. They meet in football this weekend on Saturday. What do you think here? Always interesting at the Sun Bowl, Brook?
Yeah, I mean, UTEP obviously has played, an SEC team and a Big 12 team to start their season. Sure. They didn't play too bad against both those teams. They held them both under 30, which might sound like, faint praise. But, hey, 24 and 28 points. UTEP offense didn't do a whole lot. But so this Aggie offense is going to run into a defense that has some confidence, I would think.
Their defense, I think, exceeded expectations, largely exceeded expectations in the first couple weeks when you consider they played Oklahoma and Ole Miss. That's incredible. And with that being said, I think that their offense might be slightly underrated because they played those teams. I mean, it's interesting because offensively they ran the ball very well against Oklahoma. They didn't throw the ball well, and then it was the opposite against Ole Miss.
Ole Miss, yeah. And a big thing will be Nathan Jeffries, their back. He had 177 yards against Oklahoma. Then he got hurt. He dressed for the Mississippi game. But, how healthy will he be? And, will be hitting those holes against the Aggie D line.
Yeah, and I think the Aggies have to play really a great football. I mean, they're going to have to play a complete game. They're going to have to be mentally mistake-free. They're going to have to play a full 4 quarters. They didn't play bad. I thought they played about as well as one could expect in the first half of the Ohio game, 21-14. Third quarter came out.
Yeah, they've struggled in the third quarter, as you pointed out earlier this week in your column.
So they need to play a complete game.
Yeah, and it's one of those games where probably neither team's going to blow the other team out. It's going to have to stay close, avoid the miscues, and try to get it done there at the end.
The Aggies need. This is going to be kind of an obvious statement. They need to keep the game close going into halftime. UTEP's going to be fired up for this football game. The Aggies need to be tight at halftime and then come out. Coaches will tell you in a close football game, the most important part of the game is the first 4 to 5 minutes coming out of the locker room.
Set the tone.
So the Aggies are the halftime locker room. So the Aggies are going to have a ball game going into halftime and play much better in the third quarter. They got to play a complete, mistake-free football game for 4 quarters, and if they do that, I give them a shot. If UTEP's up a couple scores going into the locker room, the Aggies don't need that one big. They need to be in the game by halftime and come out and play an effective third quarter. That's going to be the key to this game.
And these Aggie seniors haven't beat the Miners yet, so that they're going to really want that, pound that one on the wall, that pelt on their wall before they go out.
The Aggies need this game. Their schedule gets much harder the second half.
Yeah, they need to be 2-1.
They need to be 2-1. They really need to be 2-1. High school football, Mayfield 0-2, kind of uncharted waters. They got rocked at Franklin last weekend. Now they come home for Carlsbad. Franklin was a great team. At the same time, we're not used to seeing Mayfield lose by 30-plus points. That was
no, that doesn't happen very often.
Oh.
Yeah, you're right. Franklin's a really, really good team, but usually Mayfield goes down there and sticks with them or even beats the better teams in El Paso. It's a little tough start for them, not used to being 0-2. I still expect them to rally, and they'll be right there, obviously, in the race. But
I mean, you still figure they're one of the top teams in New Mexico. Again, that was kind of startling. I mean, Franklin is a great team. Franklin might be better than Cleveland, the Cleveland team that won the state title. I'm saying they're in the ballpark. They're really a good team. But boy, that was still a surprising final score. Other games on Friday night, Centennial, who picked up their first win, they're actually hosting Atrisco Heritage on Friday. Onyate on Saturday hosts Cleveland at 1. Cruces goes to Cibola. Anything else on the high school football scene?
Well, Cruces just didn't get their full game in last week. It was canceled because of weather, because of lightning and everything. And it's early in the season. You'd hate to see that happen in the midseason, but that might have thrown them off their schedule a little bit here this week.
I actually want to say this. I went to an incredible Onyate game last weekend. They won the game. They did everything they could to shoot themselves in the foot for literally 3 quarters, more than 3 quarters of the game. 2 touchdowns in the last 3 minutes of the game.
Yep, they rallied.
Quarterback Curtis Hines played a great game. He is a very heady player, a tough player. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say he throws the ball like John Elway, but he has a great field awareness. They have a good running back in Isaiah Fielder. Bottom line, it was a great game to be at. I mean, my Twitter, I used more exclamation points in Twitter that night than I did in the entire year.
And it's nice to see that program be able to do that, be able to rally late in the game and, have that confidence. Cool. Not just hold a team close, but actually pull out the W. So.
It was nothing short of amazing. What are we missing here? Aggie Volleyball opens conference play this weekend. They actually go to Seattle and Idaho. They've had some trouble at Idaho in the last couple of years, but they're also capable of running the table in conference. I know that's a bold statement to make. They got to win at Idaho first. Idaho's giving them trouble. Aggie soccer, they're playing UTEP tonight. We actually filmed this program on Wednesday.
Yeah.
But their conference play is not very far away.
And don't forget to try to pick the score of the Bears-Packers game Thursday night.
Thank you, Brook. We have a Facebook contest developed by our own Lucas Bierman. You predict the final score of the Bears-Packers game this Thursday, you get a $25 gift certificate to the game. That's every single Thursday. So last week it was Cowboys G-Men. That was a great game. Cowboys victorious. This week it's Bears-Packers. And I don't even know what next week's game is. Hopefully it's something scrap iron, like, Panthers Raiders or something. That would be fun.
Would be awesome.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, every week try to guess the winner and the correct score, and you could get the gift certificate, the gift card, and use it that weekend.
It's good recognition, bro. Good job. Lucas, are we missing anything?
Big game on Sunday. You got the Lions visiting the 49ers. Return of the handshake.
Return of the handshake. If you don't remember,
Jim Schwartz, Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah, Jim Harbaugh did a handshake and then slapped Schwartz on the back and sort of ran off gleefully.
Yeah.
And Mr. Schwartz wasn't very happy about that after the Lions lost. So both coaches are downplaying that. It'll be a good game though. Niners really were impressive against the Packers.
I mean, the Niners are a championship caliber team this year. Obviously, being a Lions fan, I think I can talk a little bit here. The Niners look like a championship caliber team last year. Let's not forget how close they were to getting to the Super Bowl last year. They lost to the Giants. There were some turnovers in that game that hurt. The Lions did not look good week one.
No, the Rams almost could have won that game.
They barely beat the Rams. So just on paper, I'm not feeling great about this Sunday night affair.
It'll be a good game though. I think the Lions will step it up.
Yeah. Folks, thanks for checking us out as always. Sun News Facebook, Sun News Twitter, at Teddy Feinberg, at B Stockburger. That's our Twitter handles. Check it out. Check us out all day, every day. Later.